Greetings, this is Frosty Thundertrod, and welcome back to Avowed. Did a little bit of upgrading to my weaponry and my armor, but I still need more upgrades in order to continue progressing the story. So I'm kind of doing some freeform right now, just wandering around here trying to find stuff to kill for money and gathering items to do upgrades with.
That
See,
lighthouse has been under repair since Adiran ships began filling the harbor.
yeah, see, this lighthouse is a clear beacon. And with all the scaffolding that lets you go all the way to the top, it's almost, foreshadowing that there's some sort of rare loot at the top of it. So I'm going to go find out what it is. I overheard a pair of men in grinning bulwark talking about a treasure map at the top of the lighthouse. I don't know the other workers found it yet, but we're never going to give a chance like this again. Go back there and take a look now that everybody's cleared out. Make sure no one sees you, and finally, and watch that scaffold. You don't want to fall like Finnick. We can't buy that vineyard near Salona if you're dead. Think about it. All the wine we can drink and no one to bark orders at us. Very fine dream, that. The plaque reads, in honor of friendship and bounty bestowed upon Paradis by uh, some Latin name that I can't read. 3 Magister 2784. May it triumph over darkness and guide us through these untamed lands. A note under it reads, by order Clavenger Edmund, closed until further notice. Repairs to the staircase and cupola are currently underway. At the bottom of the second note in larger handwriting sees Harold Frennick's voice in the stairwell. Damn, the repairs stay away from this place.
If we're gonna be walking up here, at least do me the favor of not looking down.
There's something in that crate. Ooh, that was a close one. This is good enough that's triggering my vertigo, so.
Looks like that broke off of something. Wonder where it goes.
Tell you what, in real life, there's no way in hell I would be doing this. Just the graphics is enough to make my penis shrink into my pelvis. Alright. So let's take a look at these boots. Arcanist boots, 10% movement speed. Yeah, that's a good one as far as I'm concerned.
Well, nothing ventured, on boy.
Something else I would never do in real life. Nothing too terribly great, but I guess it's useful. That's a big fish. Actually, that's a shark. Wonder why they're just leaving it here to rot. That's a lot of high quality protein right there.
Ready, aim.
Slipway with the new ship under construction, huh? Although it looks like construction is stalled.
The galleon is obviously the superior vessel, you saltwater swilling ninny.
We'll see how long your galleon stays afloat when I take aim with a double bronzer.
I'd love to see you try.
Ugh, it's a different kind of reek out here, isn't it?
We'll have to throw the lot out.
Damn it! That's the third this month. I leave offerings every week. And this country's still angry.
Yours isn't the only ship that's gotten into trouble around here.
So I see. I wonder what that is out there. Better question is, can I get to that, whatever that is out there? It looks like I can. Let's find out.
Castle's Fall. You want to do some stretches before you go there. Believe me. Yeah.
So, I wonder why this is called Crystal's Folly.
Not seeing any sign of some magical experiment.
Captain knew this wasn't a sure thing. At least he's trying.
I'm sure that'll mean a lot when they come for our heads.
Yeah, I don't think I'm ready for this. The lackeys had 2 skulls. That's a bit too much for me to handle with my current equipment. Wow, those have 3 skulls, so no, ain't messing with that either. There's a campsite up there I'm wanting to go up and unlock. But I don't want to unlock a campsite more than I don't want to die.
unseen, unheard.
Looks like a piece of the totem.
Nice.
Isakso!
Guess that's how I was actually supposed to get into here. And this is the way out. Skeleton Ranger, huh? Guess that's how we're supposed to do this.
Coming from the right.
Isakso!
Nice work.
Guess these planks are so that they can get carts in and out of the city. Because the city with steps instead of roads is such a
Gates
bad
open
design.
now. Hope you haven't run into any delays.
Is this what it's like to travel with an envoy? I can get used to this.
Murderers!
How awful.
Not to worry, Envoy. God, bastards.
My friends and countrymen, the envoy is alive and hunting us. Our position in the city is compromised. Use the final hours of this life gathering intelligence on the Andirian embassy and deliver it to us. Trust no one. Pray that the gods know what they're doing, for I no longer understand their motive. Rugruff. Well.
You startled me.
Uh-huh.
There's a joke about Paradis's government in here somewhere. Well, that didn't take long.
Shouldn't be here.
Find a better weapon. That armor won't hold up.
Especially when I'm cornered.
Help!
He's also
Not looking so good.
Ah! Did it say before I went and got this treasure chest or not? Let's go check. It did not. It did, so. Alright. So let's get some food into me. There we go.
You're gonna regret this.
Not looking so good. That's all of them.
All right.
He's also.
Go ahead and save in case there's something else in here. Which there very well could be. Saints War. The Saints War Part 1 Overthrow. There's much debate with historians as to when the Saints War really began. It's widely accepted the events that instigated it was the sanctuary flight of the Resaran citizens to the Deerwood. This led to direct strife between the two nations that escalated into battle, the Saints War. But it's this author's opinion that the war truly started many years before. After the miracle at the Verdant Knolls, as it came to be known, Wadewind quickly gathered followers Drawn to the stories of Eothas' miraculous prophet, his power grew. Eventually, Waidwin had gained enough support that he confronted the imperial governor. Assisted by a collection of knights and nobles who had been swayed to his cause, he marched on the capital city. The governor was allowed to live, but he was forced to abdicate power and leave the colony. This was not from any understanding or easy acquiescence from the governor, but because of what happened when Waidwin entered the governor's palace. As Waidwin approached the governor, according to accounts, his body turned into something that was no longer human. His flesh became luminescent, his head transformed into pure blinding light. Other accounts suggest that Waidwin had become a being of light at an earlier time when he was whipped in the public square. The outcome of his visit to the palace, however, is uncontested. The governor, knowing that there was no way he could oppose the avatar of Eothas, relinquished his power. The people then asked Waidwin to lead the colony. He accepted, earning him the name Divine King of Reseris. Waidwin's rule was virtually uncontested. Initially, this was because everyone was awed that a god had chosen to manifest himself and lead his people. This changed as Waidwin began punishing the allies of the old empire and the poison on the world that he considered corrupt churches or church leaders of Eothas. Secret scrutiny escalated, and soon worshippers of Eothas were also being punished for more perceptions of hearsay. Members of other religions were also added to the list and persecuted for following different faiths. This caused large segments of the population to flee Reseris, for the Direwood began begging for sanctuary. This caused strife between the two nations. The people of the Deerwood knew they could not sustain explosive population growth if Waidwin's rule were to be continued unchecked. They also feared that his eye would turn from Reseris to the land and land on them next if nothing was done. This was exactly what ultimately happened, and open war broke out as Waidwin moved to spread his domain into the lands of the Deerwood. Someone texted me. Waidwin personally led many of the battles during the war, exhibiting extraordinary supernatural powers. He seemed virtually untouchable on the battlefield, able to burn or even disintegrate enemies with beams of blinding white light. With a god on his side and possibly, as some said, inhabiting him, he was thought to be indestructible. It appeared that he may have been until the Battle of Haglet Citadel. The people of the Deerwood knew they would lose the war if they could not at least slow Waidwin down. Engineers, priests and Margrim, and a few others worked in secret, some say with Margrim's direct help, developed a weapon they hoped would be able to stop a god, 12 feet in diameter and filled with a variety of chemical and magical explosives. The bomb was rolled under Ivinduir Bridge. Part of the foundation was excavated in order to allow them to embed the bomb in the bridge itself, ensuring its total concealment. 12 Deerwoodian men and women volunteered to stage an ambush at the bridge to keep Waidwin on it until the bomb could be detonated. The battle was short, bloody, and ultimately final. The Dozen, as they came to be known, were able to delay Waidwin on the bridge. The bomb detonated, killed Waidwin. The 4 Deerwoodian volunteers still alive at the time, and over 50 Red Syrian soldiers marching in front lines with Waidwin. It was at that moment the Saints' war ended. The remaining Red Saren forces were easy to rout, even though they had more than enough men and equipment to finish the siege. Their leader, previously thought invincible, had just vanished in a rain of metal and stone. Panic set in, and Deerwood troops sent them away with ease. From that point on, the bomb was known by the name Godhammer. It even works its way into everyday conversation. As sure as the Godhammer ends, the Saint War came to be the standard phrase to express unequivocal certainty. Less certain is the fate of Eothas, who has not spoken to his followers since the explosion of the bomb and is presumed by most to be dead. Lest some concerned citizen express their worry or other more industrious think they could reproduce the result, the author would put the thought from your head. Since that time, there has never been another documented explosion of such magnitude. An effort to locate the engineers and clergy responsible for the bomb would be entirely fruitless. Godhammer was unique, a fortuitous occurrence. It's like we'll never be seen again without divine intervention. Come on. There we go. Why won't... Okay. I'm not sure why that would not stay scrolled down, but... Clevenger's estate key. Clevenger's journal. Ambassador Hoggar's promised that all he wants is a diplomatic relationship with the living land, but Inquisitor Ludwin, she wants a gallows, public executions, and secret interrogations. I don't know what to make of our new guest. Some days, I feel like a stranger in my own city.
I'm starting to see why Eamon was going gray all of a sudden.
Let's see if there's a key around here somewhere.
Yeah.
Once I got drunk and lost back here looking for the chamber pot. Eamon threw the best parties.
Clevenger's journal, first entry. Adir has kindly offered to set up an embassy in Paradis. By kindly, I mean they landed on our shores without notice, and by offered, I mean the soldiers occupied a building in town, keeping an eye on those developments. Seems about right. Trying to find a key for that lock so I don't have to use my lock picks. Common great axe, that's nice. Common spear, common dagger, and a grenade. And a wand. Quite a little arsenal up here in this little tower, huh? I'm not finding any keys. Maybe instead of a key, I can just go around the
If there's
back.
anything worth finding, it'll be in here.
Blandfarthing Customs, huh? Blandfarthing Customs can seem primitive and unsophisticated to some, but all customs begin with a ritual of superstition, so why should theirs be considered any less than any other? If they are examined closely, Glenfarthing celebrations stem from deep and rich culture and all tied to their history in a significant way. The Festival of the Ancients. The Festival of the Ancients takes place during spring dawn. It is a time to celebrate the Glenfarthing settling in Air Glenfarth. It is a simple 3-day ceremony that is mostly centered on feasts. These feasts are set up around the ruins and scattered through Air Glenfarth. Wreaths made from tree branches and flowers are placed at the ruins, and prayers are said to the gods, thanking them for health and prosperity. But my wife's calling, so this episode's going to have to be cut short. Thank you very much for watching.